everybody. Welcome to TFT Tarot for today. Divine Dabblings with
Crooked Boy.
Crooked Boy.
Look, we're crooked.
The camera?
Tarot for today on the banner. You can't tell we look crooked?
A little bit.
It looks a lot crooked to me.
Well, how'd that happen?
Because I was trying to get it adjusted.
I see it. Yes, it is crooked. The camera's
Finally.
crooked. Mr.
Well,
O.
And you're
Sorry.
not, though. That's why you didn't notice.
Well, anyway, welcome to TFT Tarot for today. Divine Dabblings with Mr. O and me, Banshee. And we have a birthday reading today. Happy birthday to Kara.
Is that why it's crooked?
Is that why it's crooked? Oh, come on, Mr. O.
Watch the camera and tell me if it looks better.
It
Or the
does
monitor.
look... Wait. Yes, it does look better. And we can see Shadow is up there in the cat tree.
Kara said straighten up, Mr. O.
Unfortunately, Sonny's not here to wish you a happy birthday right now. I'm sure he'll
He's
make
taking
an
a snooze.
appearance at some point. But before we get to your reading, we have to do our card for the collective. That's the first thing.
It's a little straighter. It's not much straighter.
For one of the last few times, we'll be using the Season of the Witch Beltane Oracle because Beltane is tomorrow. Hi, Pergati.
All right.
Oh, Moonlight, that's all right. You don't have to apologize. I hope you're feeling better.
Up in the corner, yeah, that's her doing her thing.
I see Pergati's come in. Hi, Pergati. Hi, Title. All right. I'm going to shuffle one more time. Oh, what do I get on Beltane Eve, Mr. O?
I don't know. What do you got?
The Lovers.
Well, that's very
Love
appropriate.
lulls all sorrow and bewitches flesh, mind, and breath, reminding me that I am unafraid of the unfurling winds of my eternity. That's pretty deep. Let's see what this card has to say. 42.
It's pretty. I like it.
It is very pretty. Perhaps the only thing more difficult than being your true self is allowing others to see you for who you really are. The fear of rejection can make you feel like you have to remain guarded or alter your truth to be more desirable. This need to shelter your heart is even greater once you've experienced heartache and betrayal, as your heart begins to fear the idea of love blooming again after it is shattered. It's natural to retreat for a time to mend the broken pieces, but the presence of the Lovers is a welcome sign that your heart is ready to experience love through a higher consciousness. Your previous relationships have taught you what isn't in alignment with your heart. Each prior experience offers you more insight into the type of relationship you are now ready to call into existence. Your pathway to true love lies in your willingness to be open and vulnerable. Do not be afraid to show the world who you truly are. Be willing to say no to those who cannot accept you for all your flaws and curves, cracks and baggage. These are not the right people for you. So, I love this card in a way because it's instead of trying to make something work that just is not right for you, it's really time to accept that as an experience and move on to things that better serve you. I love that message here. We often try to hang on to things that just really are, they're never going to work.
And it's interesting to note that in the tarot, Major Arcana 6 is the Lovers, and here it's 42, but 4 plus 2 equals 6. So a little bit of numerology there.
I like that, Mr. O. Nice for pointing that out.
I always notice those things.
And also, don't let your past relationships close your heart, to the new experiences that are waiting for you out there. All right. That's what we have for the collective. Now let's see what we have for our birthday girl, Kara.
Happy birthday, Kara.
Yay. Born on Beltane.
I love teasing you so much.
Do you want to shuffle this as well, Mr. O?
What's that?
Do you want to shuffle this as well, Mr. O?
Oh, we're using that deck?
Oh, yes, we are.
Okay. I guess I will shuffle then.
Oh, I had said it already, and I said, well, never mind. You
I
weren't
wasn't listening.
All right. All right, so this is our special birthday reading. It's the birthday gift spread, and we will get started. Even the bad cards, there is a gift in every card.
She said it, not me.
I did.
So you know what's going to happen.
Covering my bases.
You know what's going to happen.
Oh, no. I did not jinx anything, did I?
I don't know.
Well, our first gift, this is important, a gift you received last year, you can make the most out of this year.
No, that's Italian. Temperance reverse.
Geez.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I know you're proud of your Italian heritage, and I guess this is just saying last year, maybe you learned the limits of what your temper can do for you, where it takes you to. So you may have learned how to regulate, how to moderate yourself just because you saw where you can go. And so that's the gift of last year, is that maybe something just took you to an extreme, either good or bad. I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily say, you were ready to fling a rolling pin at their head or something. But
oh, gosh. I should have used the pasta tarot for her. I should have brought it out, but that's okay. Temperance reversed is just saying that last year, the gift from last year is maybe, you've realized that, it's not worth it. The gift from last year is it's not worth it to stress yourself out over things, that you can't control. So this year you're going to start off with a more even mindset, that you're not going to let, little things upset you. You're not going to let yourself allow people to trigger you. You're going to remain balanced. You're going to remain more steadfast because of what you've been through last year. All right. So card 2 is the gift of the present moment. Wow, this is so interesting after Temperance reversed.
The gift of the present moment
Is healing.
It's the Four of Swords.
It's the Four of Swords. It's recovery, taking time for yourself and your own needs, over others. This is really a time to take more, the gift of the present moment is this is a time to really relax more, right? Get into this frame of mind of turning that around and relax more, become more calm, do things that will increase your vitality. Get enough rest. That's the gift of the present moment.
And there's a sense of relaxed alertness because the man is holding the sword in his hand. If he actually needed to use it, you can count on him being able to use it at a moment's notice. So the idea is being able to take a reverie at this moment, to be able to meditate and to sort of have a dual or more awareness, because of course you're also alert and ready for what could happen, like a visit from Sonny.
The birthday cat.
Sonny is here to give his birthday greeting. Yes, he is.
Wow. And so, absolutely, this is I guess the gift of the present moment also, Kara, is this opportunity to do the things that will be healing for you, whether it's diet, whether it's exercise, whether it is getting much more rest. So maybe you don't want to get up for our witching hour show later. All right. Well, card 3 is the gift from your connections with others in the next year. And look what you've got here, Kara. Mr. O. There. The Knight of Cups. So that if you hadn't heard me, the gift of Kara's connections with others in the next year.
The Knight of Cups. Ah.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like, things opening up emotionally on maybe a variety of levels. You're moving to maybe firmer, more fond, emotional-based relationships, for one.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there might be more love and kindness, between people you are associating with, It seems like friendships, partnerships, potentially new romance could visit you in the year ahead. This is your connections. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of caring. There's a lot of happiness and joy that will come from others in this next year, in your relations with others.
But always remember that Sunny
loves you.
Is your true, what do we call him, twin flame, and he will be watching you.
Sunny will always, how should we say, ride into the scene when Kara appears. All right, so the gift that will help you work on, achieve, or move forward on your dreams and goals in this next year. Okay, well, it's a Page of Swords reversed.
Page of Swords reversed. I'll let you go first.
I'm thinking about it. Just a minute. Will help me work on, achieve, or move forward. Okay, well, you know what? Haste makes waste, Kara. So I think the gift is to slow down, to really give yourself time to process, things. Process, strategize, make goals. Don't rush into things. If you want to get, achieve or move forward on things, you have to have a plan. And so this card reversed is indicating that, slow down. Don't just jump into things head first, feet first. Use your head.
There's a sense here that it's a callback to the first wish from a year ago. And to me, that's the idea of maybe being willing to exert a little bit of grace or tact, listen to people, not necessarily rush to certain judgments or necessarily try to hoist others up and bring others down. So it's really maybe that sense of remembering to apply the temperance lesson.
So now we're looking at the gift from your spirit guides or ancestors. What do they want you to know or keep in mind in the year ahead? Why,
look at that. It's the King of Cups.
They love you.
And he's upright.
They have lots of love for you. And they also feel you are very capable of sharing that love with others. They want you to know that. I'm almost going to cry. It's such a nice card. It's very emotional, very nice.
Yes, I mean, I don't know if it's, a genetic thing, your actual heritage, or if it's really something more like, past lives or something like that. But there's just some incredible devotion towards you in a sense, they're like a fairy godmother or father in a way, maybe looking at you. And somebody told me a long time ago that a lot of times we think of past lives and we think of people being born in different families, different races, nationalities, but it's actually more likely that you are born in similar lines that contribute to who you are today.
So I guess, if they have any kind of message or want you to think about anything, it's to show loving kindness at all times. Maintain an open heart and show as much love to the world as your ancestors and your guides have for you. Finally, the last card, the gift this year ultimately gives to me, gives to you. What lessons have you learned? What progress or growth have you achieved by year's end? And does it have to be reversed? Of course it does. It's the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Well, you know,
Fooey on people. I'm gonna take care of myself.
Fooey on people. Well, I think that's true. That, you know what? And maybe that card actually, oh gosh, what would I do with my wand? Is he sick? Okay.
It's right in front of you.
Actually, what this card is targeting back to me, is that Four of Swords card. You know, is like, and the Four of Swords card was the gift of the present moment. Maybe you have learned, you know, the gift of this year is to take life a little easier, to be less critical of yourself, to show yourself self-love and self-respect that the Queen of Pentacles would do, and that really you are first, that you need to take care of yourself first before, you know, you can really take care of others.
Well, if you're taking care of yourself too, then you have to also understand and know what it is your body or yourself truly needs. And so some of us say, oh, I'm going to take care of myself and do self-care, and you know, they sit around sipping some wine and watching Netflix, as the popular jargon goes. But maybe, and I'm not saying that about you, Kara, but maybe it's just really you understanding what is it you need to take care of yourself. And I think some of those ideas are there, and of course the ancestors are ready to tell you too. So always remember that as well.
So happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I think this year is going to be one of major work on the self, you know, getting your body, mind, spirit, you know, in a healthy state. And also there's just, I think you're going to be able to do it because there's a lot of love and support around you. You know, people are, you know, embracing you, and your spirit guides and ancestors
Right at you,
standing
baby.
with you, Kara. So good luck with that. Have a great year ahead.
Happy birthday.
And you know, you can come back to this video and watch it anytime to check in on the reading if you want. So happy birthday to you. And for everybody else, remember, we only do this big reading for birthdays. And if you let us know in advance, we can move you to the top of the list and do the reading. That's the only one we can do today.
And Ariana, we are, of course, taking your reading. We're not closed yet. Of course not.
Yeah.
We're getting close, maybe.
Yeah, well,
but we'll see.
I know we had a birthday reading, so that takes a little time. All right, let's move on. Let's move on with the show. I see there's a number of people that
Estelle was
in.
first, right? And Estelle has asked us about, oh, I saw it here somewhere. Where is it? What Alibek's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Dinara?
Is Angel Rivera not getting a reading today? Because I don't see Angel on the list. And I thought he came in after Title. Oh, okay. Thank you, Violet. Thank you. Okay, then. I just want to make sure I'm getting the list right, too. All right. Well, I'm a mess. I'm a hot mess, as we know from my Material Matters video.
Which is going ballistic.
My gosh.
Got a lot more likes than normal. It's got a lot more views than normal.
Yes, I'm really happy.
We don't know why, but check it out.
We don't know why. Smack.
Because it's good stuff. That's right.
I'm so grateful to be appreciated by my partner here.
Yes, well, I made you look better with all that editing that I had to do towards the last few minutes.
Okay, so Asal is up and wants to understand why he writes to me on social networks. What is that about again?
Well, I saw an earlier question that said, what are Alibek's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Dinara?
Oh.
So which question are we doing? And we really have to keep that kind of refined.
Yeah. Let's keep that question in mind. Okay.
All right. And you have the lustrous Lenormand?
Oh, well, I see what you're saying, Asal. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe he's just trying to keep all of his options open, which, I don't know if that's a good thing for you or not. I mean, I just don't know. But let's see what the cards have to say.
All right, so I'm using the Final Rose Tarot, and the first card is the Three of Flutes, also known as the Three of Cups.
Oh boy, I have already a weird feeling about this.
And then there's another three, and it's the reverse Three of Wands, called the Three of Roses here.
No, I get you, Sal. I get it.
And then it's the reversed King of Cups, or King of Flutes.
King of Cups reversed. Jeez. Gotta wonder about this. All right, let's take a look here. Well, we've got the Labyrinth, which is one of the new cards in the Lenormand that Ciro did, and that's the maze. Basically, it's a maze. And then we have the tree. This is really a very, very odd reading, Estelle. I just got to tell you. Let's take a look at this. First off, well, we do have the Three of Cups upright. Now, generally, that's positive. That's just trying to keep happy friendships, relationships, contacts, connections. Everything seems like they want peace or happiness. I think maybe that may be part of what's going on between Daenerys and Alibek. But I don't know. The three to me almost indicates to me that there are other parties here besides them. And then we have
It's the King of Cups.
in the middle.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the Three of Cups reversed. Three of Wands.
Three of Wands reversed. I knew it was another three.
Sorry. I thought you were on that card already.
No. And the Three of Wands reversed is that, to me, is that maybe Alibek is not really too firm about where he sees his future going. Or maybe he's trying to make alternate plans. Does this mean that things are failing between Daenerys and him? I don't know. This is such a happy card. But then there's this King of Cups reversed. And if that's describing Alibek, there's not very good qualities here, I almost wonder if he's trying to play people here, if he's not being sincere, if he's not being true. When I look at the Three of Cups in a reading, even though it's positive, in a reading with the King of Cups reversed and you've asked about his feelings, I wonder if he's trying to play around behind Daenerys' back.
Well, right. As the idea about what his feelings are, this sort of does have some not great connotations. It may indicate that immaturity. It may indicate rash actions are on his mind, that they could do something that they just feel entitled to do and then think about the consequences later. The Three of Wands reversed. The feelings are maybe semi-ambiguous about what he has accomplished so far and where he sees himself going. So maybe from that point of view, he sort of sees nothing is really firmly decided yet. But still, to some degree, there's good stuff around him in his life, at least, or as he's moving towards where the destination seems to be going.
Well, go ahead.
I was going to move down here.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Well, I'll let you go first then.
He's growing. See, the tree is about growth. He's growing confusion. Is he trying to keep people confused about his intentions? Is he trying to sow some doubts? Or is he feeling doubts in where things are going in his life, where things are growing? The maze is about, when you're lost in a maze or trying to find your way through it, it can be confusing. It can be, disorienting. So I don't know what the game is here, but to me, this just doesn't seem right. It doesn't feel right.
I sort of feel this could absolutely go both ways, that maybe there's a sense of confusion that is only growing.
Is he trying to make Daenerys worried about him? And worried about the commitment? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't feel good about this at all, because I feel like there's something he's not feeling right about, and yet I don't know that he's acting responsibly about it because of that King of Cups reversed largely.
Right, that is irresponsible actions or feelings.
So let's just say maybe there are some problems in their relationship, but overall, sometimes also the Three of Cups can speak of celebrating. Maybe he still feels good about being with Daenerys, but is he the kind of personality that's never satisfied with one person? Is he feeling a sense of wanderlust? It could be, and
well, just
I'm
the
not gonna
idea
rule that out.
of the airplane too.
I know,
An airplane,
I know.
only it's reversed. It's moving in a bad direction. So I think.
So take it for what it's worth, Estelle. There could be some issues.
We're going to let it go with that.
It's the best I can tell you today. Good luck with that.
Could be, Violet. I think you're right. That's kind of what we're feeling.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Estelle. Just be cautious, Don't read. I would just be, I don't know what to say. I just don't know what. Be cautious in your dealings if they are communicating with you still. If Alabek's still communicating with you. It may be friendly. He may just be wanting you to feel, like he's still your friend. I don't know. Because also there is that sense, but you asked specifically about Daenerys and Alabek, which is why I'm not sure I want to bring that aspect into it. But in regards to some of the other comments you made there. All right, let's move on. Move on.
Spirit reading for Lena.
What is it?
Spirit reading for Lena for May.
Okay. And I'll use this one.
And other than Violet, other people who may be awake in the middle of the night can come watch us at our live stream, The Witching Hour, which will be on later, about 12 hours from now. Brr, I hope I get a little bit of sleep so I'm rested up for that. But we'll see you guys there if you happen to show up.
We've got a whole lot of stuff to do. Miles to go before you sleep, Mr. O.
And I need the Lenormand.
Oh, did I not give you the Lenormand? Sorry. There you go. Okay. The Eight of Cups is reversed. The Queen of Wands is upright. Wow. And the Wheel of Fortune is upright. Interesting reading. Spirit reading for May. What do you got there?
We have the Man. And the Key.
You want to go first?
No, but I could. Okay, so Eight of Cups reversed, Queen of Cups, Swans.
Yeah.
I don't know. This sort of sounds like the idea of some fortune coming to you that maybe has the possibility of romance or of strong emotion, but I think it's connected to revisiting something or to sticking with something that seems like maybe you thought was over. So maybe it's somebody coming back who might have been interested in you, or maybe there was a brief relationship or some association. And of course, later on in the Lenormand, we see the man, once again, a possible idea towards an interest that might be emotional, and the key. And so I'm wondering if there is a person who maybe is either new, but maybe more likely somebody coming back into your life that maybe there was an interest towards, and or maybe there's some idea. This could be somebody who's very charismatic and very brave in certain ways. Maybe there's something going on here. I don't know. The Wheel of Fortune, something really good happening, fortuitous luck.
Well,
Thank you, Hermit Goddess. I don't think it's too late.
no, it's not. We can add Hermit Goddess. I gotta look at my
What were you doing writing over there?
Sunny. All right. So basically, Lena, I feel here that somebody from your past may be thinking of you. I don't know why I feel that way.
You weren't paying attention to me, were you?
I wasn't, so...
That's a lot of what I said, but I thought that maybe it was a possible romantic interest, or maybe just somebody who you did know before, and maybe there was charm or something.
Right. Well, I think it could be romantically, or it could be related to maybe somebody career-wise even, you know. I'm not going to rule that out. The Wheel of Fortune is here, though, which is very fortuitous. But I'm wondering here if there's going to be some sort of chance meeting you have where somebody from your past resurfaces. I don't know, for example, if this is somebody you've worked with before, somebody that's an old friend from your past, whatever the case may be. But this could prove very fortuitous for you. It could be a male, it could be a female. Maybe it's not even about romance, but it's something that's going to be very fortunate in your life. You're going to feel very positive after this occurs. And I just think it's going to be really out of the blue. This could happen in May. Gee, you're going to have to keep us posted on this one, Lena, if it happens. I'd be curious to know, because...
It is a good month for maybe, you know, some emotional connections to come up and to go somewhere.
Well, and of course, yeah, absolutely. I just feel like there's a past connection here, or... well, it's really more past connection. I can't see any other way to put it.
Yeah, I think it's somebody you knew before.
Yeah.
That's that Eight of Cups reversed.
You know, the Eight of Cups can be a spiritual card. I will only say one
True that.
caveat here. Did you cover that? Because, you know, we have the Eight of Cups reversed here, and we also have the Wheel of Fortune. Could this be a connection from a past life?
Ooh, well, we're throwing it all out there.
We're just throwing that out there because, seriously, I almost see that as a possibility here. So whatever the case may be, they're going to be very attracted to you for some reason. And, you know, they're going to want to reestablish a connection, whether it's romantic or otherwise. They really think highly of you. So that's all I can say. That's what it looks like for May. That's the spirit reading.
Let us know.
Good luck with that.
All right.
All right, so let's move on to it's Libra. Libra is up. Thank you, Mr. O.
What's coming towards them? All right.
Sunny, I don't know if that's your fur getting in my mouth.
Hi, Jagdeep.
Hey, Jack Deep.
Good to see you again.
We're going to
today.
squeeze you in, but I think we're getting really close to the
Well,
end.
Jack Deep says that they were already here or should be here after Tidal. And I know Tidal Wave showed up a few minutes back.
Oh, I don't even have Jack Deep on the list. I don't know how that happened, but I'm pretty bad.
Well,
I don't even see Jack Deep on. Yeah, maybe they did come in and I missed them. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I do see you. Okay.
Okay, so Libra wanted to know what's coming towards them.
Yeah, they did come in. But I'll let you fix that, Violet. My list is a hot mess, too. Must be Mercury, eh? Must be.
All right, Libra.
What's coming towards?
Your first card is Strength reversed. And by the way, I'm using the English Magic Tarot for your reading. And then you're followed by another reverse card, but I like this one. It's the reverse Ten of Wands. So that's kind of interesting, those two together. And then there's another reverse card, Yao, and it's the reversed Six of Swords.
All right. We will take one more person coming in, and that's it, I think, for today. Because we got another show later tonight. So, oh my goodness, let me get these Lenormand in the mix then for sure. Dig deep.
The Book. And the Well.
I know. Well,
Knowledge is
holy
yours.
cow here, Libra. Really, I guess what this is saying is that this is what's coming towards you is a time where, you know, if things may grind to a halt. You know, I'm looking at that Six of Swords reversed here, and that, you know, there may be some things you have to tidy up from the past, you know, that will help you alleviate some burdens. You know what I'm really feeling here, Libra, when I'm looking at that Ten of Wands reversed and that Six of Swords reversed, is that there may be something that is burdening you spiritually or emotionally that you need to revisit, you know, and you need to maybe, you know, Strength is reversed here. Maybe you need to confront something, you know, before you can move forward. There's something that you have to tidy up, a loose end with someone. Maybe there are things that have been left unsaid that need to be said. Something like that, you know, that you have to go back and kind of put everything in its proper perspective. And when I look at the Well and the Book, I almost think that too. There's something that you need to make someone understand.
Right. I start from the Ten of Wands, and I feel that this suggests you have to go one way or the other, you know, like to release yourself or what troubles you. You either have to go with confronting what's happening, you know, sticking around to deal with a situation, or maybe putting some distance there by just moving into another direction and just sort of pushing yourself there too. So this does suggest getting involved in something maybe with aggressive idea there, but not without a little bit of knowledge, you know. And that's the book is maybe understanding what those choices mean. Maybe one of them is really not realistic, you know, the wishing well idea that you don't really have it, but you could attain it. So it's a matter of deciding what is attainable or what needs to be learned about this. I mean, maybe you could go with the idea that some luck might help you through the situation, but you really feel like pushing forward might help you, and you have to figure that out.
The wishing well can be about, you know, wishes. It can be about what he said. It can be about even health in a way, the healing waters of a well. We think about that a lot too when we think of wells. And so I wonder here if there's just something, maybe it's something too that you have to explore regarding your health, I know you had some issues, not that long ago, and maybe there's something that has to be revisited there. But I really think you have to push for, I really think it's more about digging deep about something, diving deep, which is also wells are deep, for clarity, making sure that you have made yourself clear to somebody who may have not gotten the message. And also with that strength reversed there, strength reversed is kind of like, I have to kind of
be aggressive
about this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm almost really leaning more that way. But I just thought I'd throw the health thing out there too, Libra, if that makes sense to you at this time. But that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right. Thanks, Libra.
All right. One Angel Mary. Hey, Angel Mary.
Advice for your current situation.
Okay. All right.
Don't forget, we are on later on in the week on Thursday nights from 7 to 9 p.m.
Except this week.
Oh, except this week, yeah. We're going to be on Friday instead from 7 to 9.
Our Thursday show is canceled. We should have said this at the beginning. My apologies for that. But our Thursday show is canceled, but we're going to live stream Friday. Same time, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This week only. So just be aware of that. And happy hour this week is going to be later. It's going to be at 4 p.m. on Saturday instead of 10 a.m.
All right.
Some changes in schedule due to some things we have to do. All right. Well, we've got the Two of Wands reversed for Angel Mary. Did we get a question?
Yes.
Yeah, advice for current situation. I'm sorry. Oh, we've got Temperance. This time Temperance is upright. We have the Five of Swords upright. What is this present situation, Angel Mary? Holy moly.
In Lenormand, we have the house and the tree.
Jeez. Well, I have to say here, I feel like that Five of Swords must relate to that reverse Two of Wands in some way. And that's the tree you said with the house?
Yeah.
So it seems to me that you're going to try anyway to stand up for something that you really want, something you really planned on, happening for yourself. But I don't know whether there is something wrong with the plans or if there is interference here from someone else, with that Five of Swords, or some circumstances just are not working in your favor. And Temperance is here just saying you're going to have to be cool and calm and collected as you try to get to the bottom of why things aren't working out here. And I just feel like I'm not sure you're going to be successful, at straightening the situation out or, making sure things go according to your plan. Because the Five of Swords is a very complicated card, and it often indicates that nobody wins in a situation like this. There are no winners. But if you can walk away calm, collected, and realizing, hey, it's just one of those things. I have to go back to the drawing board and I have to try a different approach, or I have to start all over again. I'm going to leave it there before I get to the Lenormand.
I think you're trying to keep peace, or that there is a situation with turmoil. Maybe there are other personalities that are trying to assert their will.
Violet, let's cut it off with Flower Beauty. Let's take everybody up to this point, and that's it. We're done, all right? We'll close the list.
And hopefully people will be patient. Because there are a lot of people on the list.
Yes, please be patient with us. Go on.
Okay, so I feel like, Angel Mary, you're being called to try to promote peace or keep turmoil down in a situation. That's overall. And maybe there are competitions between people. Maybe this involves you more than you care to have it, because you don't feel like it's going to end really well.
Somnath, you are on the list, and so is Flower Beauty, but that's it. We're done. Violet's closing the list after that.
I'm going to mute you, Angel Rivera. Okay, I don't think I can do that.
Oh my gosh, she's putting her foot down. Do you see the little foot icon?
Wow, okay then.
Whoa. Go on.
No pudding for you then. So, I feel that's all I can say there, that somehow you really are called to try to keep peace in a situation. There may be a wayward direction. Maybe something's being forced on you that feels like it's the wrong direction and you don't want to do this. I don't know who would be doing this to you. It could just be other influences. But I'm going to switch over to the Lenormand, and I do feel like maybe this revolves around your family or your sense of family, and that ultimately you're going to be able to stabilize things, mostly because you have an advantage on your side with that, and that's the idea of being in charge.
I didn't touch on the Lenormand, and there's a big family connection here, so I don't know if this is involving family or friends, but the tree with the house could indicate that, most definitely. But it also could indicate to me that this is just something you have to go through right now in order to become more stable and secure with yourself. Sometimes the things we want and we don't get, they only make us stronger. They only make us realize, okay, I can get through this. I'm strong enough to manage this. I'm balanced enough to make the right choices and decisions going forward. I'm not going to let this, upset my world. Because I'll tell you what, that Five of Swords could indicate that you allow things to spiral more out of control as opposed to getting the control you need. So I'm going to leave it at that too, and we're going to move on. That was kind of a contentious reading there, Angel Mary. I hope that made sense to you, though. Good luck with that. And we're on Moonlight. Moonlight, you are up. Okay, Moonlight asked for a love reading. Okay, gotcha.
All right, so I'm going to use the Final Rose Tarot. Just like a general love reading?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You sure can, Moonlight. Let's go.
So reversed Three of Cups. It's called the Three of Flutes here.
And that came up first before.
It was upright.
But it was upright.
The reversed Lovers.
Oh, dear.
And then the upright Three of Roses. And that was
The Three
also
of
in that other one.
Wands.
Three of
Those
Wands.
two were in that other reading.
Right, but they were
Interesting.
flipped.
Got it.
They were
Well,
both flipped.
let's add this into the mix.
And you saw me shuffle those. So
I did.
I mean, you guys out
You
there.
took your time. No, I meant that you shuffled them well. Sorry that didn't come off right. I did not mean you took too much time. Did I say that? I would never say
You're
that.
being mean.
All right. Well, Moonlight, this isn't totally happy joy here, you know. I would say that the Three of Cups reversed indicates that right now there's not a lot of satisfaction in relationships around you. This could just be with the people you know as well. It just seems like there is some problems here, you know. The Lovers are reversed, which could indicate to me that, if you haven't been going through a breakup or difficulties in a relationship, you might be if you are in one, or you're just having a hard time connecting with, people who are good for you right now. And,
Three of Wands.
yeah, with the Three of Wands upright, I think what this is saying is that, start doing some thinking on this. Start trying to sort out what could be blocking you from achieving the happiness and the love that you deserve in your life. What is it you need to do? The Three of Wands upright indicates to me that you could reach this. It's only a matter of time and work. And that also is evident here by what I see in the Lenormand with the fox and the mountains. You're going to have to really think about different ways to attract the people that are right for you to you. It's troublesome right now. There are blocks. There are obstacles. I think that mountains falls right in line with these two cards right here. So I think there's just blockages and obstacles in your path right now that you have to get through in order to find something that will work out well for you. Or if you are in a relationship, finding the solutions to what is not working.
We could get through these faster if, you leave something for me.
Well, then you don't have to speak at all.
Okay, then we're done.
Just say ditto.
Ditto. No, the only card that's really important to me here, I think, Moonlight, is that the Three of Wands says this will need planning. This will need time and planning. And I think Banshee's right. The idea of those two cards support that. There's a cleverness about the fox saying that maybe what you struggle through is a little bit harder than some people, or that you just need to have a different kind of approach, maybe something that's more clever that you haven't thought of up to now. The other cards seem to support pretty much what Banshee's saying, is that right now is a difficult time in your emotional array. And like this card says, basically, you have to get over that. Maybe some bad situations that are still resonating strongly for you, but really plan ahead for the next one.
Hey, Natalie, I'm sorry we had to close the list today, but that is a point you bring up.
We're thinking about it in the future.
We don't do that at this time, but as we get busier, we may do something like that. Right now, we, of course, accept donations, and we have gotten some, but we have not done that yet. But thank you for bringing that up, and I'm so sorry we have to close the list on you today. But things are going to start changing, I think, only because it's getting so busy.
She's pulling out the whip.
All right, let's roll on. But that was all I had for you in this. I'm wishing the best for you, Moonlight. I'm not sure why the cards are so... Another Lenormand. I live near the mountains. The difficulty makes sense. Well, I hope it clears up for you soon. That Three of Wands, the most positive card you had there, really does seem to indicate that, the future looks brighter. A lot of
Yeah.
times that Three of Wands is about anticipation. So, keep your heart open. Remain open despite the obstacles you face. And that's what we have for you. All right, good luck with that.
And we're sorry we can't keep the list open for longer. We're really busy today. We have a show to record for tomorrow morning, and we have a late night show that we'll need to prepare for.
And we have a granddaughter we're visiting on her job tonight, so she can serve us some ice cream. We have to tip her, of
Because we're
course.
old people, so we need ice cream.
We want to see her at work on her job. I'm so excited.
And that,
Right.
that banner on the wall behind us, that cat icon, she designed that. Probably, years ago now.
When she was 13.
Right, about 4 years ago. So she's very talented.
All right, so we are on Sal.
Hi, Sal.
You're very welcome, Moonlight.
You're welcome. Okay, did Sal have a question already? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Go ahead and give us it, or else we'll keep looking for it. Is that it there? No. No.
Scent to Violet. Okay. I don't know yet.
Sal asks, why do my friends Gonzalez and I...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know
Well,
if
you
I-
are connected, right? What's up with that connection?
Okay,
I
so
think.
we're trying to get a feel on the connection between you and your
Carvel
friend.
cake. You mean caramel cake, don't you? I love caramel cake.
Stop confusing us. Cara cake.
Cara cake.
Oh,
Yeah, why you're so connected or similar. Let's see what we get on that. I'm curious. All right. Oh, I see. Okay, these cards are landscape. Whoa. How about we start out with the Ace of Cups?
okay, so the Ace of Cups.
Upright. But then we have the King of Pentacles reversed. Justice reversed. Oh gosh. It's funny you put them that way. Well, that's odd. What do you have?
I have the Cross
Oh.
and the Star. And I want to jump to those because I wonder if this means overall you and Gonzalez do share some sort of spiritual destiny or spiritual thing,
Connection.
either from a past life, like or just in this life, that either, and I'm going to just say this blankly, that maybe you each have lost a lot to some degree, or you each have had a sense of profound grief or disappointment of some sort, and that this links you possibly spiritually in some way. Maybe you don't even understand it, or it could be that maybe it's from a past life even.
Yeah, I mean, seeing that definitely makes me think here, that there may be some past life karma being worked out here, because the cross can be about, and I wonder, gosh, if you guys are getting along and everything seems okay, whether this is a friendship or some type of love relationship, why all this negative cards here? Except for the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups makes me really feel there is this heartfelt, this heart-to-heart connection here, that either is beginning or maybe this is speaking of this
Well,
past...
they've known each other for about 4 years.
4 years. Well, it looks as though there's been... some imbalances here. Justice is here reversed. And I can't help but feel that, there's been some ups and downs here. Or maybe is this referring to the past life?
A power differential of some sort.
Well, it could be. I mean, it could be class differences. It could be,
What was
something
this one?
else.
That's the King of Wands.
Well, the King of Wands, I'm looking at Justice,
I know.
but the King of Wands to me indicates that there may have been some disagreements or some difficulties sometimes in how you relate to one another, how you communicate with one another. I don't understand that since you both think you are alike. Do you feel like you're alike in ways that kind of pull you apart? It's a very odd reading for this.
Well, we didn't think that we were starting off with the idea of a past relationship,
Okay.
but in a way you kind of asked things that
Others can draw.
made me wonder if maybe there was a past life and maybe there was some inequity or some coming apart over a key difference. And maybe this is where that connection lies, is somewhere in a past life.
I really feel that way too.
But
that,
you were devoted to each other as friends or more.
that if these cards are not relating to things you have gone through in this life together, that we might be getting a past life reading here. Then maybe that's why you two are so alike. Perhaps, I'm wondering here, this is kind of going to throw you for a loop, I think. I wonder if you were family in a past life, I can't help but wonder here if there was some family connection between the two of you which makes you so alike. Now, that should make no difference clearly in this life. Me and Mr. O, we really believe in a past life. We were siblings,
More than once.
More than once. And so I can't help but wonder here, there's some type of soul connection between the two of you. Twin souls, twin flames. Could it be that? I'm not that much into twin flames, but I definitely do believe in past lives. And I feel here that there may be something playing out here, something in this life that has brought you back together.
Well, they say that karma lessons to learn are decided in between lifetimes. That somehow Spirit says, you guys need to figure this out, so we're going to let you have another life together. And so this could be a sense of saying what you endured with each other, how it made you grow or not, how you dealt with it is still going to be resolved in this life. And maybe that's where you're at now. You're like, we don't want the horrible thing that maybe divided us to happen again.
Yeah, it's almost as if there was some division and there was some animosity from this past life that now I feel in this present life is going in the other direction. It's almost as if, that things are being righted in this way, that you are destined to at least have a better relationship with one another one way or another, whether where it goes from here, because you know what? Aces are about, even if you've known each other for 4 years, aces are the beginning of a great love or connection. Maybe things will get deeper, maybe it will, but I feel like whenever the aces come up, they usually mean the beginning of something. So if you want this to grow into something relationship wise, the two of you, it's up to you. It's up to you to take that ace, take that energy of the positive beginning that could be here for you and grow it if you so choose to.
We can only speculate on what all these things are, but you should know that we do occasionally through the year one or two past life thematic readings for people. And so it's kind of interesting that this sort of popped out to us
a couple times
as a
today where I'm
possible past
seeing,
life now. But we really can knock some people's socks off when we actually do decide with intent to try to read for their past life.
So my advice to you right now is this the best we can tell you today. If we want to explore this further, come back for another reading sometime.
We'd love to do
and
it.
And we'll look at this more. It's very fascinating to me what we got here today.
Yeah. Good luck.
So I wish you luck with that. It sounds like an amazing, an amazing connection you have there with someone.
Awesome. You're welcome. Come again.
All right.
And Christine is up.
Christine, you are up.
What message does Christine need to know? And I'm going to use my Uncommon Tarot because it's uncommonly wonderful.
All right.
It's the deck that Banshee doesn't appreciate very much, which is why she gave it to me.
I gave it to him. Every so often I buy a deck that I just don't resonate with. Usually, I don't have a problem there.
I'm using two of them.
For some reason, I just couldn't resonate.
Because I'm also using the Princesses Tarot of the Princesses, which you gave to me too. And I kind of like that one. But I'm going to use the Uncommon Tarot for you, Christine.
I didn't have any major beefs with the Princess one, but...
it just didn't call to you.
It didn't call to me. Yeah.
It was Moonlight, wasn't it? And I don't remember if you've come to any of our past live shows. We've done them, like I said, once or twice a year. They're a lot of fun. And they really provoke us or challenge us to really try to make that connection. Good luck, Sal. I agree. Christine, what do you need to know?
Oh, let's see.
And it's, the first card is the Empress, upright. Looks like a Renaissance painting. And then there's the Hanged One, or Hanged Man, Hanged Woman.
Upright.
Upright. Yes, you were, Kara. I'm never going to forget that. And then the upright Eight of Coins. And there's a man, baby.
Well, there's a man.
Of mice and men. I don't know. He's got that moist-eyed rodent look.
Oh, dear. Well, I don't know. All the other cards are so positive. So what could this be? Really, I think this is probably pretty minor overall here. Because everything looks pretty good here. The Empress, I mean, this is a very creative, productive time for you. I think also evidenced by that's the Eight of Pentacles, right? You're going to be very busy. You're going to be working hard on projects and goals. And what is that in the middle?
Hanged One.
Oh my gosh, the Hanged One. Wow, where does that fit in? I think, too, that maybe whatever you're working on right now or envisioning for yourself, maybe you're getting some creative ideas, some new things to incorporate into your work or into what you do. And I think they may have some long-term implications. When I see the Hanged Man there, I think long-term, like this might be a strategy long-term. So why the troubles and problems with someone? I'm not really sure here. Could this just be saying, regardless of little things, minor annoyances that may come your way, maybe even one or two people who might be critical of what you're trying to accomplish or do, just do it anyway. I really feel do it anyway. It looks like somebody may just cause a little grief or trouble, and it does seem really, really minor to me.
Well, I wonder if the Hanged One represents the choice between really going full out with what you want to do, that's the Empress, or the choice between doing what you need to do too. And they're not always the same thing, but sometimes they are. And I think for you, maybe they do have an overlap area. And so maybe that's what makes you feel irritated.
Stressed or irritated.
Stressed, irritated, because you can't really necessarily pull them both together fully. You can to some degree, but still it kind of creates a sense of sacrifice or putting off. And the man just says that that's you in this case, that, you know, you want to be able to address that situation. But it's challenging for you, but it's the kind of challenge that other people probably, I'm not trying to say, you know, anything other than the fact that this is just saying it's in your wheelhouse really to figure out this challenge of balancing the truly creative stuff you want to do with what is more required. I don't know if that makes sense. Mouse is a pole dancer.
I like what you said there. I do, but I'm going to stick with what I said. I feel that, but I see that too. Maybe the Hanged Man is about, should you go out on a limb and explore more creative potential for yourself, or should you just keep on the path of doing what you do the way you do it? And so maybe a little bit of time and thought needs to go into that, and it can be because maybe there are some frustrations right now. I'm not going to rule that out, although I think what I said initially kind of resonates with me still.
Well, either way, what you need to know is how to work that, how to deal with what's irritating and maybe make yourself soldier on, or make yourself weather that in some way, or turn any of those disadvantages into something that is more of an advantage, if it's possible.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Christine. Good to see you again.
Christine.
Thank you. And we are on Rowan. Hey, Rowan.
Hi, Rowan. And I'll take the Lenormand. They were right there.
They were there all
along.
along.
Thanks, Agatha. Speaking of witches.
Okay, good.
Good luck. Absolutely.
I could see what he was saying there with that Hanged Man in the middle and two things that seem almost divergent in a way, the Empress and the Eight of Pentacles, although they're both about being productive.
There's
so it is
overlap,
about,
like I said,
what you're doing.
You're very welcome. We appreciate you coming to our show. Sunny appreciates it all.
Sunny. All right, do we have a question?
I don't even know who we're on.
We're on Rowan.
Oh, that's right. It's Rowan. I'm sorry.
Did they leave a question, Violet?
I don't remember. Violet, are you punking out?
I don't blame her. She's had it with me.
Probably both of us. Did we have a question? I don't remember.
Oh, look at she looks your tarot show.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there it is. General guidance.
Thank you, Christine. That's very nice to hear that.
Well, I had already shuffled, and for some reason, I want to keep where I'm at.
All right. We got it, Ruben. So I will just put myself here.
Oh, boy.
Huh.
What you got?
Aren't you first?
Okay. It's the Two of Swords reversed. That's okay. It's the Tower upright. Maybe okay, depending. Except it's followed by the Ace of Pentacles reversed, which I do not like.
All right, so then I got the tree and the labyrinth.
The maze again.
The maze, right. So I'm going to...
Well. It seems as though maybe something general guidance, something that maybe you want, whether it's something in your material world, whether it's something for you personally, whether it's a relationship, it just seems as though something you want is going to have to undergo some changes or transformation in order to make it work. It's almost as if maybe you're trying to do something, you've made a choice. Okay, let me get my darn wand. You've made a choice or a move in a direction that maybe is a little bit shaky, that maybe is a little bit uncertain. And, there's a potential for loss here or not getting what you desire. But one positive thing about this is that the Tower always is about growth, from this experience. What you have to do sometimes is realize that maybe you got to try something. You make a move, you make a decision, doesn't work out at all the way you had planned, but you learn from it so you don't make the same mistake twice. So I suggest here that too, I wonder, the labyrinth here is making me wonder here, are you making a decision before you're ready to, and maybe that's why things aren't going to work out? So in other words, if you're facing a dilemma that's coming towards you, and especially with Mercury retrograde the way it is now, it's retrograde through May 15th, be very cautious. Be very cautious of what you're doing because it could backfire on you. And you will learn from this, I feel still, even with the labyrinth by the tree here. I think that basically it's one of these situations. Stop and think about it before you do it, or you're going to learn this lesson after you do it.
Well,
do you see how
I see what you see.
Yeah.
I think this is not about something that has already started to happen.
No.
I think it's about to happen. The seeds may be planted, and I think it mostly revolves around the Tower, and I sort of see the tree in the Lenormand and the labyrinth sort of supporting that Tower idea here, that this is about you finding growth if you find your way through what is a confusing or uncertain time. And some of this is keyed up in how you're about to decide something that maybe that decision should be put off if at all possible. And I think the decision has something to do with your personal security or your home environment. So it could be that maybe you've been contemplating a move that you felt would make you feel more secure, but I'm not sure this is the good time for you to decide that. Maybe it's because of the Mercury retrograde stuff going on.
Could this be studies too? I mean, it could be.
It could be. I just sort of feel like it's more about your personal security, but it could be about other forms of security too. The idea of aligning yourself with what best projects your energy moving forward, a good education, a good resume, job experience, things like that. So I feel mostly, I think what Banshee feels, I'm just probably saying it a little bit differently.
Well, I think I look at it as like something you were trying to grow, which really could be a relationship, a family, for example, something like that. And what's noteworthy to me in this case is the fact that this Ace of Pentacles is growing on a tree, and we have a tree here. So whatever it is, I think that you are going to grow from this experience. It's just not necessarily going to be, unfortunately, it's not going to turn out the way you had wanted it to. But you'll be able to move forward much wiser from here. That's the best I can tell you. Good luck with that, Rowan.
Good luck.
Siama is up. This way. Hey, Siama.
And I'm going to use the Tarot of the Princesses.
Okay. Do you have a question, Siama? Are you here? I I don't think they left a question. I don't recall.
I'm looking, but I don't see it. You're right.
Or are you checking? I'll let you check.
Yeah, and I've checked.
Oh, there. Siama's here. Please type your question. Oh, when will you get married? Okay. Let's see what the cards say. If anything looks immediate there. But I also have my timing deck here. So I'll be able to try that and see what we get.
Hello, Sunman. Hello there.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Let's see what this has to say.
You're welcome, Raven. Love and light to you.
Take care, everyone.
All right. So it's the Queen of Wands, the Fool, looks like a Lady Godiva
Upright?
image. Yep,
Okay.
they're both upright.
I notice. The queen is.
And then the reverse Two of Swords.
Okay, well, that's not bad.
No.
Let's take a look here. We also have this, the compass,
The Compass.
which is about direction.
And the Snake.
All right. Before we even go with the timing element, let's take a look at things here. The Queen of Wands, this is really interesting to me, Siama. I don't know if this is pointing to marriage, but I definitely think at this point it's pointing to a new love interest for sure. I think what the Fool reversed here is that you may be on this journey to attracting somebody to you. The Queen of Wands is here, and the Queen of Wands is about getting noticed and getting attention. Or maybe what this is about is, you are finally finding ways to get noticed so that you will be able to attract a romance or a new beginning, in your life. Now, what's interesting about the Fool is sometimes about taking risks and taking gambles. So, in other words, might this be somebody who, you might have some, you might wonder if you're good enough or if you meet certain standards or whatever that you could attract, this kind of person towards you. In this case, the Fool says you should go for it. You should take that risk, take that chance. The Two of Swords is about movement. So I almost think you are moving in the direction of attracting somebody, that for marriage. But, I'm not sure I see the marriage yet. Here's another problem. We have the Snake and the Compass. And the Snake to me tends to indicate deception, possibly betrayal. But it's with this idea of direction. In other words, I would say be cautious that whoever is coming into your life is somebody you really want to move forward with. Only take that risk if it's worthwhile to you.
Well, I like a lot of this. I feel that this does go towards the main idea of your question, and I feel like you're wanting to kind of step up your game in terms of finding the person who's going to be your mate. I see that with the Two of Swords reversed. It's time for movement, as Banshee said. The Fool itself is about saying, I'm ready for this grand adventure. I'm ready to break a few eggs to make an omelet, as they say. And the Queen of Wands is where it really says you're stepping up your game there, because I think it really is about you feeling your power as brave, courageous, and charged to be charming, engaged to be charming. So I feel those are the characteristics that say now is the right time. Your feeling is right. This is the time for you to really step up your game. The Lenormand below, I work with them, about the same as Banshee. Sometimes I feel there are symbolic components here to me. And I sort of feel like, once again, it's echoing the idea that you will have to break a few eggs to make that perfect omelet.
Colloquialisms. Yes, go on.
Let's just hop to the chase and find out when.
No, break a few eggs to make a few omelets means what?
To make the perfect omelet.
Means
it's saying
what?
that you're going to probably have some trials with that. That's the snake reverse.
Exactly.
Moving towards finding what your true north is, what your direction really is. You may encounter things that, will seem deceptive or will seem like they are not really what you want.
So let me ask you this. Do you think there might be more than one person coming towards them?
Maybe.
It could be. It could be. I'm not going to rule this out. Now, I really feel here, I'm not seeing a true sense of marriage. I really feel with the Fool here and this Two of Swords that things are starting to move in that direction. And so when I'm looking at these time frame cards, here's what I think. The first one I drew was this.
Too soon?
Not necessarily. I'll explain.
Oh, right.
So basically, I think 1 month from now, and then carry that to whenever the next holiday is after 1 month from now, I think that somebody is going to come, there's going to be something happening, some movement in your life here that, is going to put you on the path of meeting someone who you might be interested in, a partnership with, a marriage with. But will it turn into marriage? I'm really uncertain, but I believe that's moving in this direction.
It certainly will be gaining you perspective on, what you like, what you don't like, what works, what doesn't work, how you want to play, your part too,
Right. So, even if this person that comes into your life is not interested, what it might do, sometimes the universe just, opens the door a crack for us, and then, after that, as long as you keep your heart open, it may open wider and wider. So this may be the start of a change, if you've been having difficulties in meeting the right person. I'm optimistic for you, but I don't know that we can totally answer your question of when, you're going to get married today. But I do think that there are going to be prospects entering your life now. So good luck with that.
All right.
All right.
And
We
it's
are on
Pagani.
Pagani. Hey, Pagani. Good to see you. Sorry, I shouldn't keep putting them there.
No, it's okay. Pagani wanted to know, what does the universe need them to know?
Okay.
All right.
And here's the Sun Man yet again.
Giving his backward salute. Sit down. Stop showing that tail. You're welcome,
Well,
Sarah.
I hope Angel Rivera's still watching after you said you were going to mute him.
Are you shuffling at all?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
As I don't have to.
You don't?
Oh! Why did... Okay, I do have to.
Angel, you were always right about one thing.
What?
We're always in that bickering zone, or nearly. In his splendor.
His magnificent splendor. I posted pictures of him last night on Twitter. He was I at least got him distracted with his toys for a while, but then before long he's pushing me away from my computer, grabbing my arm to try to get my undivided attention. Cute pictures they were indeed. I don't know if Sonny could ever take an uncute picture.
Yeah, he's just too
that
photogenic.
kind of cat. All right, so what was the question on this one?
I don't remember.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it was, what does the universe need Pragati to know?
Oh, the universe needs Pragati to know. Got it. Well, how about the King of Cups? Along with the Five of Cups. They're both upright. And the Moon reversed. That's about finding out something, all right.
Bear. House. So I'm just going to jump ahead here, and I think the universe needs you to know that although you feel sometimes you don't feel settled, or you don't feel that things are resonant for you in a peaceful, calm way, you're going to find this way. It may take you a little while, it may not. It really does seem that ultimately you are moving towards the realization of how kind of a person you are, and how you should be able to generate that outward to also receive back. And that it's really about maybe balancing certain scales, that you have endured a sort of a sense of sadness, or feeling like the glass was half empty, it wasn't half full. You just saw loss in your life, and you didn't realize maybe that there's something that is still with you, and that you just need to discover it.
Pragati, you are, with that King of Cups here, I feel that this is reflecting on, you as very loving, very kind person who, deserves love back in kind. But ultimately, I feel here that sometimes we forget that, how do I want to say this? I'm kind of floundering because I had another thought and I think I just jumbled it. Let me start with the middle card. Let me start with the middle card and the Moon, because I feel the Moon is key here in a way. I feel like you want to know what the universe wants you to know. It's being revealed to you that despite the setbacks and disappointments you feel, whether they are in love or whether they are in other areas of your life, you are never left without. You are never left without anything. And you should take heart in that. And also remain strong, kind, and considerate, and as open as you are, because you will eventually be able to overcome, whatever has brought you down in life to feel bad about things. Here, with the House and the Bear, I feel here that, the universe wants you to know that you'll always be you'll always be able to find security and comfort. You'll always be, strong and tough enough to handle whatever life throws at you. Sure, we all have disappointments. We all have things in our lives that bring us down. But you really do have a strength of character, maybe sometimes that you don't realize. And that's what the universe also wants to reveal to you. You have a strength of character that you can rely on to pull you up when things look down and make you recognize life isn't always about loss. Life is about the things we have lived and experienced and have gotten great joy out of.
I love this reading for you. I hope it gives a lot of resonance to you. I think it's really saying the universe wants you to know that you're doing okay. You're the hero of your own story, or the heroine of your own story.
I like that.
And I love how the Bear, to me, just sort of magnifies the idea of the King of Cups, the idea of you as a strong person because of your
strength of character.
and your love and compassion for things.
It's very, very nice reading overall. I like it.
All
so
right.
Good luck with that, Pragati.
Yeah, it is nice. All right.
Thank you. Yes, that is Ciro Marchetti's.
Gilded?
No.
Royale? Lustrous.
Enchantment, Lenormand.
It's lustrous.
Lustrous. Lustrous Lenormand. Gosh. It's very enchanting. It's really what I wanted to say. How's that for a good recovery?
You're welcome, Pragati. Thank you.
You're welcome, Pragati.
And Tidal Wave is up. I don't remember if Tidal Wave left us a question either.
I'm not sure, but I'm sure Violet has it if they did.
I might scan for a moment. Or I could also talk about our other shows. Like tomorrow, we hope to be on schedule with Your Weird Week.
We hope.
We don't know.
We laugh.
We're hoping.
But we have an interesting recap from last week, I am sure. So much crazy news last week. So definitely, I think our cards fit at least one scenario from last week.
All right. I like your question. Let's hope it has indeed. I'm going to use...
All right. Oh, that's right, Tidal.
English Magic Tarot.
You are going through some stuff there.
No, that's fine. I appreciate you very much sticking around.
Everybody's so awesome, really. Thank
Yeah.
you for all your patience. So don't forget, no Thursday show. It will be moved to Friday this week, 7 p.m.
And Tidal Wave Tarot, here we go. So, continuing those mysterious Two of Swords and Two of Wands, we
Wow.
have the reverse Two of Wands.
Oh, it's a Two of Wands. I thought you were
Yeah.
going to say swords. Darn
No.
it.
And then there's the Hermit, who is also reversed. And then the Seven of Cups, upright.
Oh boy, Tidal. Well, here.
Thanks, Banshee. The Coffin. I want to play the Dark Shadows theme now. No, I don't. And Time.
The hourglass.
Time waits for no one.
Well, you know, does that mean your time is up?
No.
No. No, it does not. I'll tell you what it means, though, Tidal. Is like, look it. It's clear that a lot of your plans and hopes and things right now have kind of run amok. You know, it's clear by that. But you have learned a lot through this whole experience, you know, and hopefully that's going to serve you well going forward here. And now you've got some thinking to do, you know, you've got to think about the possibilities and where you should hang your hat next, so to speak. You know, with the Seven of Cups here, that's indicating you're going to have some choices. This is a time maybe for you not to think about what you've lost or, oh my gosh, you know, operate out of a sense of desperation. This is a time for you to operate out of a sense of, what are the possibilities for me now? What are the possibilities? And I really feel like you asked if the energy is shifting here. I feel like in time, you know, I feel like your struggles, what you've gone through is coming to an end. I think that the energies will be shifting. This period will come to an end. But for now, it still seems like some things are up in the air because you've got some decisions you have to make, you know. But I don't want to, you know, and it's awful, especially if you've got financial worries on your mind. You know, clearly, you've really got to decide what you want to do here and to think of possibilities and operate out of that instead of desperation, you know. And the Hermit is saying you've learned much through this whole thing here.
It's kind of a flip the script moment for you, maybe. It may be saying that there is a shift happening, and part of that may be some of your own meditations or readings or dives into yourself. And I think what you might find is that although you didn't want to change plans, you will come to accept that some of the plans you've been working on will have to change. The biggest change, I think, is that you may find you have to really, like I said, flip the script on what you do. So, for example, if you were doing something that relied on it being more of an office thing, you sit and you do office stuff, it may be different. It may be that you're more on your feet doing something, or less sitting working with a computer, more doing hands-on something else. So I just sort of think there's a departure of sorts, or there's a juxtaposition against what you have done, what you still can do, but what you don't want to do or what you will want to do.
And I want to backtrack a little on the Lenormand, because I hate to say it, I'm not going to rule out what I said in the beginning, because maybe you are concerned and worried that time is running out, and you're going to have to make a fast move. So with this card here again, sometimes we can get lost in our dreams and our hopes and our desires. And so you have choices and options here. You should always go with what your heart truly wants. But out of those possibilities here, if you're really worried about time running out on you, you may want to pick what the most doable of those possibilities are for you right now. And I'm thinking, this is in the area of career and what you just went through with your job situation, right? So that might be what's leading me on this one.
I almost want to think that the Seven of Cups is kind of like a call to a higher ideal of making a better choice, especially because of what you had told us that had happened at the last one. Mm-hmm. But the Hermit always says practicality has to serve more than sometimes the idealistic hopes we have. So you may have to make a harder choice than you want to make, especially because those choices are there. That's what's really going to bother you the most, maybe, is knowing there are choices that you can't quite get to, or that you have to put into perspective for some reason. But once again, it could just be about time playing into this, and that you still have to work on maybe eliminating what has been negative so that only the positive can remain, hopefully.
And there's nothing wrong with pie in the sky, throwing a resume out there, or trying for a job that maybe you always wanted, and maybe now's the time you at least could try for it. But you should also throw other things out there that would be more, that you could more immediately get if you need it, if you really feel time is running out. Because, hey, what if this other good, positive opportunity should come through? You can always leave one job for another. Why not? It's been done. And, employers understand that. I mean, everybody goes for, obviously you want what you want and you desire. And if you have an opportunity to grab something good, you're going to go for it and give notice on a job you just started. It's the way it is. I think the most important takeaway for you, Title, is there is possibilities. So good luck with that.
And I see that Emmy has joined us, and I'm sorry we can't add you. We're actually way beyond our capacity.
Yeah,
well, we're somewhat beyond our capacity.
We're sorry.
We're going to close the list with what we have, so we're not adding anybody else to the list.
The list was closed already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Tidal Wave.
We will be back this week on Friday at 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're switching our schedule a little bit, so subscribe and get notifications, and then you'll know when we go live. All right. If you're not already. And it's Jagdeep.
Hi, Jagdeep. Hope you're hung around.
All right.
There you are. Hey.
Hey there.
All right.
All right.
What would help you have a healthy relationship with Hermione? What kind of guidance or information?
Oh, really?
Okay. Some readings start off that way. So there's the Ten of Cups, but it is reversed. No, there isn't. Banshee, do you want to address that?
This is shown Thursday the 4th. It's going to be Friday instead this week. Yeah, Friday instead.
Thank you. Yeah, we normally are Thursday, but this is a very rare occurrence. So that was the Five of Coins or Pentacles reversed. And then there's the Four of Wands.
Talk about your
upright.
mixed bag.
I know, especially we get over here and we
know.
see the Anchor and the Heart.
I keep forgetting, Jagdeep, is this a situation where you're no longer communicating or there's been issues and problems? Are you still in a relationship or not?
Help yourself, Angel. We could do the margarita thing. It could get really interesting.
I wish I should get some to go from somewhere.
Every time we pull a reversed card, we have to take a sip.
Oh no, he'd be in trouble.
All right, so back to Jagdeep.
But speaking of reversals, I sure had enough. Well, Jagdeep, I don't know what to say here. There is just such a mixed bag that I'm having a hard time with this. So you want to know how to have a healthy relationship. It just seems as though there's a number of issues that may divide you. You may not be on the same page with a lot of things about where you see yourselves going. There's some questions as to whether maybe is it Hermione who may think that this just is not going to work long term, or that maybe you are not together now, right? Because
I wonder if this is the influence of the family or a family.
could it be family influencing this in some negative way? The Five of Pentacles reversed here is giving me the best advice possible, and that would be that, there's got to be a way to heal and mend those differences and for people to come together. And maybe if there are outside influences involved here, they have to feel better about this relationship.
Well, I wonder if this is like almost a split of sorts, and like that there are maybe people who want you to be together or who are happy about you, and then there are people who are not happy about you together. And so the divide is the sense of how do you come in from the cold to that, or come out from the cold to that? How do you come in to where everyone feels light shines upon you in a way, or that there is a sense of that? We're not telling you, are we? Mostly, I think what you have to do is you have to demonstrate that you are devoted to Hermione, or that you are committed. The anchor is about sort of saying, I am there. Even if you are not physically together, that you are in each other's thoughts constantly, always.
Well, I sense you're
and I guess they have to believe that.
I sense you're very anchored and and have true feelings for Hermione here, looking at those Lenormand. And I didn't say anything about the Four of Wands here because I am a little confused. Because, okay, one way I could read these cards is Some serious differences between you two have to be overcome in order for this to lead to a marriage and a happy outcome, the outcome that you desire. Because I'm not so sure this is in the cards for you unless a lot of healing can occur here. I believe your feelings are true, but, has something happened that is just too deep a divide to cross, It just seems to me major healing has to occur. Some kind of a big reconciliation.
Right. Whether or not it's exactly what I said or not, the idea that maybe there's a family perspective, that people have to be assured that there is a true commitment, that there is true feeling, and that happiness and the welfare of the family or the people in the family will always be one of the highest regards.
Wow, I wish you luck with this. I'm just not sure. Like I said, it will take some time, it would take some work, and it will take some understanding on both your parts. But remember one thing, Jagdeep, we cannot force anybody to be happy, and I'm not saying you're doing that, but what I'm saying is Himani also has to be willing to go here, has to be willing to want to heal. You could have all the good feelings in the world for Himani, but if they don't feel the same or want to heal these wounds, then it's just not going to happen. So I guess I have to say that.
No.
And that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
And I'm sorry, MM.
Yeah, we're too busy. Sorry.
But we're not going to be able to take you today.
We apologize. All right.
Okay,
Do
I
come
will.
back sometime, though. Would love to read for everybody who couldn't get in today. All right.
I did, Violet. Come again, though. Okay, so Vaishali is next and asked, will they reunite with their husband or will we get divorced?
Okay. How do you want to do
You're welcome,
that?
Jagdeep.
Do you want to just do 3 cards?
Sure.
I don't know if I want to do a yes/no on that yet. Let's see.
Okay. And I will use the final rose. And you're very welcome, Jagdeep. I hope that helped.
You're welcome, Jagdeep. Good luck with that. Yeah, we can only do so much. We are a business, believe it or not. And so that's why we may have to consider doing things like, bumping people up who give donations. We just haven't, we really do love to give the free cards.
We haven't figured out our plan towards doing that. But we are looking at other examples of it, so we're gaining information.
I'm getting closer all the time, and I want to talk to Violet about a few things on the side, but not today, Violet. I'm just too busy today. Oh my gosh, because we got to find a way to get
Ariana. That's very sweet.
The sleep in. And we are making money now. The thing that's taking us away Thursday night is not an event that makes us money. But Saturday during happy hour, we are going to be doing a live event, which is why we're postponing happy hour to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. And we will be reading for a profit. Woohoo! But we always welcome donations here. And like I said, we may at some point have to give preferential treatment to donors, but I'm not quite there yet.
We haven't figured it out.
Uh-oh.
No Flower Beauty. We're still a ways from your reading.
We're getting there, though. Actually, we're getting
closer. So we were on Vaishali, and Vaishali asked whether her and her husband would reunite or whether they would be divorced. And the first card is the 10 of Cups reversed.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
That came up again.
I know. And then it's followed by the 4 of Cups reversed. And then finally, it is the Seven of Cups. So it's all cups, which are the emotional cards.
This is just going to be another weird one.
It's the Seven of Cups.
Yes, no.
Yeah, we might. But right now, it really...
No, you better look at this.
Time in Lenormand and Tree. They just keep
I wanted you to see that before you said something you might regret.
There may not be enough time in order for these things to happen. It seems like time is a key factor here.
Well, I feel it's a little bit ambiguous, this reading, but there's some clear signs of some problems. So the Ten of Cups reversed is about breakups in a way, so it's really you broken up here, and maybe there are some very deep divides here that would need to be addressed in order to move forward. Is there an opportunity for that? Maybe. It's possible. Because the Four of Cups reversed indicates opportunities coming. But it could also mean to me that maybe, your partner may be looking at other choices and opportunities as well at this point in time, and maybe moving away from you. And when I see the Seven of Cups here, I kind of wonder about that, Well, so that's why I'm a little confused and torn.
Right. It's one or the other of you, because it could be that you might decide you've had enough reflection and you need to make a choice. It is an amount of time that maybe would do that. So we don't know exactly when that is, but that may be yourself. Though right now it probably could more likely be the husband, but it could be both of you. And that's a good point here. And then the other part of the considerations possibly was, I sense that there is more of a family than just you two. Like maybe there are children involved, or maybe there are other people that fall in your family. Like maybe there's a parent living with one of you, something like that. So I feel like that is at stake. That is a consideration. And so it really will be about, having enough time to either work on the situations or to decide the best way to end that. There's not a lot of clarity here other than the fact
Well, go ahead.
that the family considerations may be the most important. And that either works or doesn't, because you do have to have that complete sense of being together despite family. There are obligations, but people who work on their obligations without really being together, it may be hard.
The tree can be about family. The tree could be about growth in time. So does this mean in time that things could work themselves out? At this point, I can't rule that out. But I can't help but think here, when I see these two cards, that somebody may have a wanderlust here. In other words, they're looking at other directions they could go in their life. And maybe they don't want to be tied down by anything. They want to move on to new opportunities. And so it might be that this breakup could be permanent. What I think we're going to do here very fast, because we're really running out of time, is to do a yes or no reading on this. I'm going to grab another deck. Do you mind?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you'd leave those out there.
That's fine.
And we're just going to throw these cards and see. What I'm going to ask is if there's a possibility for the two of you to reconcile, to see what it says. My advice for you would be this, regardless of what these cards say. Don't wait forever, Give this adequate time. Set a deadline for yourself. How long are you willing to put your life on hold before somebody's willing to come around to you? So regardless of what we tell you here, that would be my advice. Those two cards there could be talking about you too. That maybe it's time for you to consider your options and you to consider moving on from here. So let's see. Let's see what we get. You want to shuffle two, or you want to, and cut them. Yeah, wait patiently. I apologize, Flower. You see where you're on the list up above there. If you need to leave your question and check the video later, that would be fine. but we're trying to move. I'm sorry, we need a little clarification on this reading. I hope we get some. We may not. Maybe. It's a big maybe. So you've got, it's possible you could reconcile. You have the two, the aces just basically tell us if you get a yes or a no, or a maybe yes or maybe no. The other card gives us more information, and it's a 2. It's the 2 of Pentacles, which indicates to me that only if harmony and balance can be restored in this relationship can you reconcile. And again, that means to me that both of you have to be all in on making this happen.
And dealing with all of the issues that may be there that are apparent or not. It's kind of like what I said. If there are family considerations, those have to come into your purview too.
Yeah.
But don't negate yourselves. Don't do this just for family or
Others,
for someone
right.
else. It has to be for
Do
yourselves.
what's right for the both of you. You know, sometimes people, you know, whether you're married or not, but sometimes people who are married and have children, they stay together for the sake of the children, and it's just a horrible relationship.
They kind of pass on a trauma.
And then
maybe
the
to
children have issues too. So do this, do what's right for you. And, you know, and also, like I said, regardless of what this reading has said, set a timeline for yourself, you know, and
Yes.
you could try to move this up by trying to see if this person is really willing to overcome their differences and work on the relationship. And then you'll know that it's time for you to seek out new opportunities and move on.
All right.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Wow. All right. We are on
Neelam.
Thank you, Ariana.
Thank you. That was really
Hey,
sweet.
Neelam. I hope you're still here. Neelam, Hermit Goddess, Nayanka, and Sunnath, Flower Beauty, Ariana. Thank you for sticking with us. Did Neelam leave a question by chance, Violet?
We might have to look, but I'll take those.
You will.
Uh-huh. It's my turn for them.
Okay. Okay, Neelam, type your question if you are here. We're going to give you a few moments.
And in the meantime, I will mention that Banshee show Material Matters this morning was really exciting. There was a lot of cool stuff, and we got a lot of views. People were really hopping in the chat room, and everybody was having a good time. Earth signs, okay, you made out the best out of the elemental signs, but whatever your sign is, you should check that out. There is good news for everybody pretty much.
News you can use. All right, second call for Neelam. There it is.
There you are. Hi.
All right.
Aw, thank you so much.
Thank you. Who do you see me getting married to? Tarek the Pisces or Omar the Aquarius? Should we put them both?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
We're going to do 2 on one side and 2 on
I
the
don't
other.
know. We'll try the when, but let's see if we can figure out the who. Oh, gosh, and I'm using the big cards.
Uh-oh. Do you want to change?
Maybe I should.
Okay,
These
well,
should be
I
so
can
you
use
can
a deck.
fit them up there. We're going to do something where we look at 2 cards for Tarek and 2 cards for Omar and see which looks like it happened.
What those qualities are for each of them as a choice.
All right. And you'll do Lenormand for each, I
Right.
think. Okay.
All right.
We're going on top. All right. Tarek. Omar. Tarek. Omar. All right, for Tarek, we have the Page of Cups upright. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. For Omar...
Wait, I'm going to push it down a little bit. Hold on.
We have the Six of Swords upright and Justice upright.
Okay, in the Lenormand,
For Tarek.
Tarek had time followed by the garden.
Oh.
And that's interesting because there's a garden in the Nine of Pentacles. For Omar, there was the moon and the tree.
Holy moly.
There's that tree again.
Okay, well, let's take a look at this. I think that both of them are not bad choices overall. Tarek seems to be very, let me just see here. I know you were putting something.
Tarek is the Pisces.
Tarek is the Pisces, so Page of Cups like. Holy cow, if that doesn't fit. Now,
there's a little fishy in the cup.
Now, they may be just a little bit, I don't want to say immature, but very youthful in their approach to things. Idealistic. They may be very also daydreamy. They may have a lot of pie in the sky, which is another euphemism. They may have a lot of lofty dreams and ideas of where their life should go. They may have an overactive imagination. They're definitely very, very romantic in a lot of ways.
Sensual.
But I wonder long term here if they are the right choice. Only because, we have the Nine of Pentacles here, which to me indicates that maybe they're always going to be looking for something more in their life, They've got all these ideals and this lofty idea of where they want to be in their life, and it might be that they're always, they may not be satisfied with their life going forward.
Hard to find satisfaction.
And so the garden being here with
time
indicates to me that, they could stray. They could be unfaithful somewhere along the way and looking for something else to bring excitement into their life.
Partially that's because as a Pisces, they are kind of sensual, and maybe sometimes, not everybody, but some Pisces have the weakness of getting addicted to something or obsessed with something. And so that could be, a possibility.
This is going to be a really interesting reading, Moonlight, now that you've said it, because let's look at Omar. This is so interesting here, seeing that Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is a very positive card in that, being with Omar, you almost feel like you're being transported to a calmer, more tranquil, more peaceful place.
You're on a journey together.
It's like a journey of love and also support for each other. And what is that second card there?
It's the Justice.
It's almost as if there's this, we're talking about tranquility, calm, and peace. And justice is about fairness, almost like a feeling like you are equal partners in this relationship. That the give and take in the relationship is very, very strong and very even. I feel here too with the moon and, oh my gosh, the tree. That love, how this was talking about straying in time? This is actually talking about love and romance that could grow stronger in time.
So although we said like maybe they would both be good, it would be only up to a point that at some point it is more likely that this was Tarek?
Yeah.
May stray or may have maturity problems that we don't quite see here. What we see over here is definitely more depth and maturity, the idea of looking at each other positively as partners in a relationship and being on a journey together. So there would be a lot of things you would enjoy here, but there might be some problems that are amounting to immaturity or maybe never being satisfied totally. Over here, you would really share more. Also, there's astrological compatibility. Omar is an air sign like yourself. We just lost Shadow. She just hopped down. And
that's okay, Moonlight. I think that's fascinating too. This reading is actually, more cut and dry than I'm used to sometimes.
Oh, Violet. We want this. We want people to talk about
Everybody
the readings
should be
to add their
engaged.
stuff. Yeah.
Did I say it was Moonlight instead of Neon? Because I can get confused sometimes. So
Well, there is
it's
that.
True.
No, that's great. We like, and I'm sure Neelam doesn't mind the extra comments either. So,
All right, let's see if I can come up with a timing for this thing with Omar, though. Is it going to be a slow burn, or does it look like it might?
well, we're suggesting that you should choose Omar, I guess, or that's where we may actually go.
Well, or let's just look at marriage in general here. Definitely. What?
Oh my God. You're going to invite us because it's a whirlwind.
I can't believe this. This has never happened when I've used these cards.
This has never happened. 6 months.
And
6 months.
so I don't know if you'll actually get married in 6 months, but it's possible that things could start gelling and coming together, or, more clarity and direction may happen in 6 months. I would even hazard to say 6 months to a year, I think that things could move, especially maybe more so with Omar here than Tarek if you're going to choose
Well, she
one
says
over
that
the
we're
other.
correct on Tarek.
Really? Okay.
And, he doesn't seem like a bad person at this point. He just doesn't seem
Yeah. Neither of
as
them are bad.
as mature or as devoted to finding a good course in life.
Well, it
No.
may not be committed long term like I see maybe happening here. So, take the tarot for what it's worth. Ultimately, you have to decide who's right for you. The cards are only a snapshot in time, but this may give you more to think about as you make your choices.
Omar's dreams seem to be more inclusive of you, at least from our take, because you mentioned that they're both
Or of
dreamy.
looking for a partnership that is on equal footing, equal terms.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's
So
what we
good
have.
luck with that. Very
luck.
fascinating reading.
I hope everything works out for you. Who are we on now?
Hermit Goddess.
And
is
Hermit Goddess did leave us a question. What's coming for love or money? Okay, so let's see if we
Alright.
can figure that out. That was an interesting reading. I loved it. That was great for us. Okay, so let's see. What deck should I use? I'm going to use the English Magic Tarot again for that. Here's yours.
Okay.
Well, you had a pretty interesting one too, Moonlight. Oh, and they're both best friends.
Oh, wow.
Great. Well, I didn't pick that up.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Wow. Interesting. Well, I hope they remain so. Or are they both best friends of yours? Is that what you're saying? They're both best friends of yours.
Tarek is a doctor. I see.
Oh, okay.
Medical doctor, probably, right?
Omar's an engineer. My brother was an engineer, an electrical engineer. He passed away a few years back.
You're welcome.
Well,
Okay.
good luck to you in deciding.
Okay, Hermit Goddess, I am focusing on your question. And our first card is the Knight of Swords reversed. Second card is the upright Ace of Coins. And then there's the reversed Eight of Coins.
Yeah, there's some issues. Looks like this is going to be work related.
Okay, so there's the Tower, and this is not Tarot's Tower. It's the Lenormand, which is a little different. And there's the mice.
The darn mice. Okay, so what's coming towards you? Love or money, right? That was the question. Am I right?
I'm sorry. Yes, what's coming in love or money?
Well, it looks like money, but there are some issues here, you know. Are you looking for a job right now? Are you trying to find work? I feel here that, what? You're not.
I was just responding to something shaking my head.
Okay.
That's okay. You didn't have to see it.
Okay.
Did you
I
need
think
me?
you have, you're struggling to find a direction or move in a direction to get something going with a job or money. Maybe you're waiting for something to come in that's been delayed. I'm not sure. But I see this here, this Eight of Coins reversed here, and it makes me wonder, that's why I asked if maybe you've lost a job or you're having trouble finding work. It seems as though that might shift and change. There's a new beginning for you, but there's some struggles right now. There's struggles either finding a perfect fit or finding, or maybe some struggles in your present job right now.
And some of that might be because of your skill sets, that maybe you don't have exactly
interview.
the skill set for them. So that might be part of that. The Knight of Swords suggests that maybe you might leave an impression that you're trying too hard for them or that you're moving too fast for them. I'm absolutely not seeing any progress directly related to romantic things in this reading.
No, I think this is mostly about this. And I see you said you've interviewed for a job. I'm not going to read this specifically on that, but I would say to you this.
You're on my Instagram, aren't you? TFT's Instagram. I think I see you there. Hermit Goddess. Just saying that. You know how I remember things.
I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
Okay. What I wanted to say is that I'm not tying this necessarily into your interview, but it could be. It could be that they may not choose you. This interview might not come through for you because maybe they feel like there's either somebody else they're considering or that you don't, like Mr. Oleg said, you have the right skill sets. So you might be stressing over this a little bit or worried about this at this time or even about financials. But what I would say to you this, the real elephant in the room or the thing that we need to pay attention to here is that Ace of Coins. I think you will find something soon. I think that there's going to be an opportunity for a new job or some money to come your way. One way or another, I think your financial conditions are going to improve. But I'm not sure if it's this job. If it is this job, it may be that it's not completely what you were hoping it was. And you might struggle there a little bit. But something is going to happen. And, it will improve your financial conditions.
A part of that will probably just be hanging on and acclimating to that environment because the Tower and Lenormand would talk more about a job or an institution that you have some connection or relationship to. So put together with the Ace of Coins, I do see some job happening for you, and Ace of Coins is in a good spot. So it could be sooner than later. Like I said, although you might not have exactly what they want, and maybe somebody is thinking that you're pushy or rushy or something like that. It probably might happen, but you may be finding yourself irritated if you're not fitting in exactly well, either because of what they want you to do, what they expect you to know, or maybe some other conditions. Maybe you'll find that maybe other people are the pushy, fast, demanding ones, and that you're not used to that kind of sense of demand on that.
So, if you are concerned too about how you're going to perform on this job, if there's any stress you're feeling about that, that could be coming up in this reading too. It's like a new beginning that you feel kind of like that you feel too much pressure from. I'm seeing that with the mice, I'm seeing that with the Knight of Swords, and that maybe you're being too hard on yourself, or it's making you feel like you have to push yourself more. So it could be that. I sense that if this job does not work out for you, though, that something else may be coming. So
I get that feeling too, that this is not necessarily a done deal, or if it is, that there still is ultimately something getting yourself up there in the cards for you. Time-wise, it still could be sometime this year. I don't have a specific feel for it, though.
Oh, did they ask about time?
No, they didn't.
No.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I don't know, but when I see an ace, aces are usually,
Quicker.
pretty quick.
Beginning.
So if this one, like I said, doesn't work out, it's possible if you've thrown some other resumes out there, you're trying for other jobs, or you might just see something that you apply for that will come through for you. So hang in there. I have hope that something good will happen at some point. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Hermit Goddess. 422.
Where are we finally? There it is.
Nyanka?
Nyanika, are you still here? We shall read for you.
Well, we
right
have the
now.
reading, so we're going to do it. Okay, so that'll be your cards.
Oh, we got a reading? Okay.
Well,
right.
right.
Oh, yeah. How will my future spouse be? Okay.
And that's the trick. And you're welcome.
Let's
Hermit
take
Goddess.
a look at that. Let's see what we get.
We wish you a lot of luck.
Best wishes, Hermit Tarot. Hey, thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it.
We have a TFT on Instagram, and I think we're following each other over there. I'm the one mainly over there, but I think I see your name there. So
Did they say they were on Instagram?
they didn't,
Okay.
but I'm nearly positive.
Well, I'm on Twitter. We're on Twitter.
And Facebook.
All right.
All right, I knew it. I saw that name. Best wishes.
All right. Whoa. So we'll stop right there. Oh. So it's about what their future spouse will be like. Uh-oh. But this is about what they are like. So don't think it's about the relationship. It's Two of Cups reversed. It's Strength upright. And it's Three of Wands reversed. So what is this spouse like? Well, I almost feel like, oh, do you want to put those out there?
Sure.
So I can see them. I see the bear. And the other one is, oh,
The book.
the book.
Book and Bear.
Well, I feel this person is not necessarily a bad person. However, we've got the Two of Cups reversed here. What does that indicate to me as far as a person's personality goes? Well, I feel like maybe it's not so much about their personality, but something they have gone through. Maybe they have undergone a serious breakup in their past. I don't know if they would be divorced per se, but maybe they're really affected by a relationship that didn't work out for them one way or another. I feel here overall their personality is one of being very strong character-wise. They have a very good, solid character. They seem as though they have a gentle approach. They will approach you with gentleness and kindness and also maybe a little bit subtly. They may have a hard time expressing their feelings, their true feelings to you. And it is possible because they've been hurt before. So they may also have a problem with commitment. The other thing I see here is that it may take a while for them to really want to commit to you because of what they've been through before.
I see the possibility of somebody who maybe has had a serious relationship that maybe left some marks on them in this future spouse. But I also see the possibility that they are this gentle, strong person who doesn't have a very passionate kind of thing to them. So they're not necessarily the kind of person that would come home and sweep you into their arms and give you kisses or caress your hair. But they would love you, but they would maybe love you maybe in a more gentle way, not an extremely passionate way, because they are secure ultimately in themselves, and some of that is because they have knowledge of themselves in their heart. The book, they know themselves to be a strong, compassionate person. The Three of Wands, I'm not very concerned about that, but I do feel like maybe this is more like from their sense of that they took a while to find you, that it wasn't something that happened for them right away. And maybe it was because of either something that did leave some marks on them, or maybe the idea that all of their approach led them to maybe a slower kind of process.
The bear is an interesting card here too, because the bear can also be about being very protective of those that they love. This is a person who you could feel real safe and secure with. This is also somebody who I feel could be very knowledgeable. They may be a leader in some area. They could be, an important person, whether it's somebody who maybe manages some financial institutions or a business of some sort. It's possible here. It could also, to me, it just seems like they have a lot of knowledge, maybe college educated clearly, and somebody who could run a business or be a rather important person. So this looks really like a positive person you would want to know and get involved with. Just realize they may end up being a little bit slow to commit, and but they're worth the wait, I feel. That's what we have for you on that. Good luck with that. Mastodon, I am thinking of that. I've been reading something about blue sky lately too, but blue sky does not have some of the bells and whistles I would like. Is there places on a Mastodon that people can talk person to person like DM? Is that possible there, Angel? I should explore it more and find out for myself.
Mastodon was the name of a bass player in the old glam rock band Mott the Hoople, or one of their iterations. So whenever I see Mastodon, I think of this.
Avoid blue sky. Okay, all right, okay. You can DM in Mastodon. Okay, that's a plus for me. I definitely thought about them. I just haven't been able to.
I'm probably going to have another
do it
one
yet.
I'm all sniffly right now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right, so who are we on now? We are on Somnath, right?
Right, and I don't know if we had a question or not. I think we might have, though. Pull it up for us.
Somnath? Somnath. Okay, Somnath, we're waiting on your question. Oh, you posted it. Oh.
Where is it?
There it is.
All right.
Asked, what are Samir's feelings for Pushali? Okay. Got it.
Okay, yes, and I remember that from earlier. I just didn't remember the names. So is that my deck?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to use the Tarot of the Princesses.
Yes.
So what are Samir's feelings for Pushali? Okay.
Oh, thank you, Violet. It takes moments to get us on track. Sometimes.
And we just broke a half an hour of overtime for those who have been wondering.
Well, but we've got 3 readings left after this one.
Oh, thank the gods.
Well, Mr. O, I have some ideas on how to organize our night.
I'm just thinking about sleeping before
Well, I'm
the
sorry.
3 a.m. show.
You'll be lucky to get in bed by 10.
Yes, I know you do, Violet.
Ah.
Then we have true accountability. All right, so what are Samir's feelings for Pushali? Okay, so first we have the upright Five of Wands.
Oh, Five of Wands. Okay. First I thought it was a sword.
Well, she's holding a sword, but it is
there are
the Five of
wands.
Wands.
I see it.
And
See, that's why I gave you that deck.
And then we have the reverse Three of Cups.
This ambiguity makes me crazy.
Why, thank you. And then finally, the World looks very Christo or something. I'm not sure, but it's number 21, so it's the World.
Well, I don't know what to make of this. Perhaps I'll let Mr. O go first and figure it out.
Star.
Yeah, but.
Well, I'll start with the top cards.
Okay.
Okay, Shamir's feelings for Pushali. Well, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. I don't know the exact context, so I'm assuming that it may be about romance or romantic feelings. So I wonder if it's possible that one or the other, you said Samir, doesn't have direct feelings. They more or less have differing feelings, like they maybe are more casual. That I see a sense of maybe that they don't want to necessarily have a committed relationship possibly at this time. But ultimately, they may be interested in Pushali because they sort of see something good in terms of growth or in terms of completion. So maybe there is a sense that ultimately Pushali might be somebody more interesting because of a sense of going through a cycle, a sense of completion with them. Marriage, some sort of coupling. I'm going to wait on the Lenormand still.
This is a real complicated reading for I have to say. I don't see anything cut and dry here, but also because, we're only discussing feelings. And so I don't know if there's been a relationship, there's been a breakup, but looking at the Three of Cups reversed and the Five of Wands upright indicates there's some feelings or a sense of differences of opinion here, to say the least. Maybe there's disagreements, or maybe a sense that Samir feels that, I'm not sure that we're on the same page. I'm not sure we have enough in common, to move this thing forward. Or if we've been in a relationship, there are this lack of common ground that seems to be causing some fighting or separation. So I'm going with both of that, that idea there, whether Samir and Pushali are together or not. There just seems to be some differences of opinion or lack of common interests that could be dividing them. And so what could complete this? What could bring success? I think the world being here is just saying success is possible, but they have to overcome whatever it is, or Samir has to overcome whatever it is that makes him feel incompatible to some extent with Pushali.
So now I think I have an idea about why we have the coffin.
Right, and so I would just say here, there's an end to hope if, this can't be worked out. There's an end to a future together if this can't be worked out. But if it can be, this could also indicate to me that maybe there's an end to the differences could lead to hope again. right?
Well, I see something differently. I'm wondering
All
if
right.
Pushali has a certain sense of ambitions or ideas that Samir wants to end the coffin. That Samir maybe is
don't know.
not, that maybe Pushali has ambitions for status or something that are beyond what Samir would want for them. That's kind of a sense I'm getting. I don't know why I'm getting that, but maybe it's because I riffed off of what you said, that they have issues to resolve, and one of these issues might be the career or the thing that one of them is oriented to doesn't seem to be as pleasing to the other one.
Now, best case scenario here is that the Five of Wands often talks about trying to work things out, trying to resolve differences. So is Samir trying to find a way in order to do that so that this could be a happy union? Maybe. I'm just saying maybe. Because I don't like the coffin being here with the star in this way. I almost feel here that the coffin is saying that maybe this is not destined to work out. And that Samir is, maybe that's what Samir is thinking here. And until Samir can change that mindset and be more positive in the approach to working out anything that they feel might be wrong here, that's where it stands.
So that's what we think.
That's what we have for you. I hope that helped. It's kind of complicated. Boy,
Definitely
we've had
looks that
some
way.
rather nuanced love readings today, I have to say. And I don't even know if this is a love reading. We're just assuming. Okay. Flower Beauty. You made it. And I asked, what guidance do guides have for you? Okay.
Your
all right.
deck. Hey, Flower Beauty. All right, and then we have our next question from Ariana, too. Cool. Very cool. Thanks, Violet. Flower Beauty.
I like the name. All right. Yep, we've got it, Violet.
No, it isn't. You're right.
The Death card. But don't panic.
That is, in fact, Major Arcana 13, which is known as the Death card.
Consider it an invitation. But this one's a little bit more troubling to me. This is the star reversed, right?
Yes, it is.
17, so it's a star. I thought it was temperance seeing that, but
I
it's
know,
not.
sometimes I
And then the
confuse them.
sun is reversed too.
All right, so over here in Lenormand, I found the mice. There's that little
Oh,
mice
doggone
again.
those mice.
And masks, which is one of those newer cards.
Well, I think the spiritual guidance is definitely this. Change is essential right now. Change is necessary. Don't fight change in your life, in whatever aspect of your life, because there seems to be some disappointments that you have been dealing with. You know, you have both the star and the sun reversed, which are usually the most positive cards in the deck. Now,
Yeah.
what I find interesting here, Flower Beauty, is that, you know, what I've come to realize over time, and I don't always say it enough, the sun can be about plans that fail, disappointments, but also a lot of people think of the sun as positive no matter how it turns up, more positive than not. In other words, are things really as bad as they seem? So while something seems like the end of the world to you, or things may not have gone your way, or you are abandoning hope, The sun reversed is saying maybe take a second look at things. Things are not as bad as they seem. But there are things you're struggling with right now. And maybe even some things that you don't, you might be, and what you might be struggling with is some self-deception here. Are you really feeling true to yourself and what you're doing here? There's some struggles within yourself to maybe look at the brighter side, or maybe recognizing that you have the ability to make the changes that you need in your life right now.
Well,
I'm going to come back and revisit this. I want him to
I wonder if the mask is the disguise you put on yourself to feel that the irritations are more dramatic than what they are. And I don't know you really. Here's our shadow.
Look who's here, Violet.
Sorry. It's always a stop the press moment. And of course she's going to sniff around. But I think that the change is maybe changing this attitude about where you see the harmful things at. And that maybe, like Banshee suggests, what is a star but, the sun of another solar system? Or what is the sun but a star? So the sun and the star could, in this instance, be about your thinking that they're worst case scenarios. The idea of death itself as a card often comes to people who are not well-versed tarot readers as a worst case scenario. Oh my God, somebody's going to die. No, the death card is not that. So likewise, maybe we could look, in this instance at least, as the sun and the star being reversed as not being the worst case scenarios, and that the worst case scenario might be that you're allowing yourself to feel things are worse than they are when maybe they're just more irritating than that. And thank you for letting me tell you that, because I don't really know your emotional makeup. Maybe, you have reason to believe that your problems are more dramatic. I don't know.
Well, it's interesting to me because I think that now, as we both talked this out and I'm feeling it, that the death card is about internal changes that are needed here. You need to change your mindset, maybe from one of possible failure or a lack of success or a sense of lack in your life or feeling overstressed, to one of more positive energy. I feel like death is calling for a radical transformation somewhere. And so even if you are living in a situation where it seems as though people are putting you down, making you feel bad about yourself, so that you really are starting to believe the stories that others are telling about you, that could be it too. Trust in yourself, trust in your ability to change for the better, and to turn any of the struggles that you are facing right now around. But I think what it's saying is what you may be doing right now or thinking right now may not be working for you. And I think that's the message.
I think it's just important to consider that the death card appears because it tells you that you can change. Not that you have to change, but that you can change.
Well, you got me thinking of something I'm going to do. Ariana, by the way, you don't have to worry here. We're library people, and we don't think any question's a stupid question. Sometimes we don't understand the questions, and we have to ask people for clarification, or we just go with what we can. But don't be afraid to ask these questions here. It's okay. And so let's pull that down. I think that's the best we can do here for Flower Beauty. I hope that made some sense to you, Flower. Good luck with that. You waited a long time, and I hope this had some resonance for you. All right. Ariana, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw 3 cards and see what's going on with, it's your deck, Miss, is it your deck?
Yeah, it's my deck.
Your deck, and see what's going on with, what is the
Subway.
Subway. And then I have an idea for the timing cards, and we'll do.
So this is basically whether or not Subway will give you this job, or if you will hear back from them about the job.
Well, they asked for, what was it? They gave a time frame, but don't worry about the time frame here. May, the middle of May, or later. We'll deal with that later. But let's just see what's going on with Subway and their decision-making process right now first.
Right. And I'll use the uncommon tarot because maybe Subway is being uncommon. I will, Violet. She did leave the set.
Yeah, she did.
She got her photo op in and then she was out of here.
I didn't give her enough immediate attention, I guess.
She knows she's beautiful. She is too cute, you're right.
All right.
All right. So, Ariana, the first card is the reverse Ten of Swords. And that says, well, I'm not going to say it now.
No,
right?
don't say it now.
And then we have the upright Page of Cups.
Oh, it's the page?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see it's P. At first I thought it was the ace. Look at that giant cup. I mean, ace. This deck.
And then we have the moon reversed.
Whoa. Okay, well, look at this. Look at this.
Clouds. Clouds in our coffee.
No, clouds in the clover.
Clouds in the clover. Okay.
Clover in the clouds. All right, Ariana, well, let's see here. You know, you may feel like they're letting you down in some way, maybe. You know, maybe that you're not going to get hired from them. When I see that Ten of Swords there, you almost feel like it's kind of a stab in the back. But that's just maybe how you're feeling about this. I feel here with the Page of Cups, you might be getting some good news. Something is going to be revealed to you soon. The moon is reversed as well. And I almost feel like it's going to be clearing up a lot of, confusion. There may be some weird confusion or glitch involving this. I don't know what it could be, but it might be why it's causing a delay. But I think the clover being here indicates that this will all work itself out.
Well, as Ariana mentions, the Ten of Swords is reversed, and so that does actually make it better. It does. Maybe the idea is that, of course, since you feel maybe it's not coming through, it will, in fact, come through. The Page of Cups could be that idea as well, because it could be the idea of something very entry-level beginning. Happy news. And the moon is you're finding that out. With the clouds, I'm not sure. I guess I'm dubious because I don't know which side is the dark side or the light side. I guess it is the light side facing the clover.
It is.
Yeah. So that is also, as you yourself say, a good sign there.
Things will start to clear up. So now I'm going to do something bizarre here because I can. So you asked for the start of May, middle of May, or later. Just going to grab one from the middle and one from the bottom. What I wanted to do with this one was I wanted to see which one gave me the closest time frame and go with that one. Now, the first card I drew for the start of May said, if you can consistently stay in alignment and feel happy daily, the time frame is within a month. So let's say that's a 30-day time frame. The last one, the end of May, was 12 months, which is the end of the year. But the middle of May, which has the lowest time frame and is within 2 weeks. So I almost think it's going to be the middle of May, which wouldn't 2 weeks from now just about be the middle of May? So let's give that a shot and wish you luck, Ariana.
I think it's a good time frame. And, before the pandemic, before things got really mucky with the economy, there was a conventional wisdom that it was already taking too long for certain kinds of jobs or positions to be hired. In some cases, the average was 5 to 6 months. And that was the average. So we're talking about fast food jobs versus more technical jobs and everything else in between. So I would expect that there still is some situations going on making some of the cloggery going on happening. And right now, of course, Mercury's retrograde, so that could be why, of course, you're not getting your answer at the very moment either.
So let me just clarify with you, Violet, one thing. Is the situation between Krista and the other gal, or is it between Krista, the other gal, and you?
And I see Rin dropped in to say hi. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Aw.
Know we saw you recently.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. You'll have to keep us posted and let us know.
All right, so I do those and you do her cards, Tarot?
Yep.
All right, so let's see.
Okay, Krista and the other gal and you. Okay. So let's see what they're up to. Okay.
It's true. Ariana, it's definitely true. I just think that there's not enough people to hire the people, like people in human resources or whatever.
I think greedy companies are cutting back too, which is not a good thing. There are some people like GM, for example, they claim they're doing this for the future. They are making humongous profits right now, yet they're putting all these buyouts out there to their employees. Honestly, I don't know. It's almost as if, too, it's a slap in the face. You know, can we not retrain older employees? We're very trainable, you know? I just think that's, again, something that the company does not want to invest in their older employees. And to me, that's disappointing. There's ageism everywhere. Speaking as an old lady. Anyway. Well, Violet, fate is at stake here. It's the Wheel of Fortune. I hope that's...
brother. Uh-oh. Eight of Pentacles reversed. Stand tall, Violet. Give them hell.
Oh my gosh, what do you have?
I know. This really sucks. It's the snake. And it's followed up with the cross. Yow. Oh.
There's something here that's not kosher. So, let's talk about it. So the wheel is here. You know, it looks like for you, I'm hoping this, well, things hang, I want to say that things might work out for you as long as you stand tall and stand up for yourself and you show people you are better, you can be the better person, okay? You can be the one that can rise above pettiness, arguing, infighting, etc. That you have more of the best interests at heart for what everybody's trying to accomplish and do here. You know, because clearly things hang in the balance right now, you know, and it could go your way, but it depends on how you can stand up for yourself without, ruffling maybe other feathers in this, you know. I think that clearly some people are not acting responsibly here. They're not thinking of, they're not thinking of the good work that needs to be done. And what they're doing is undermining that. And when you look at the cross and the snake here, I have to say, this could be a long-term problem. This could indicate that this problem isn't going to go away easily anytime soon.
Well, I sort of feel like the wheel and the Seven of Wands are qualities that you bring and sweep towards that Eight of Pentacles in the middle there. The idea of maybe an unruly, uncooperative place where you should be trying to share and work your skills together to create something better. But you are balanced by fate being what it is, that fortune could easily go on your side, but it's not a for sure thing.
The thing is,
that's why you have to really stand your
yes,
ground.
Yeah. Stand your ground, but also be careful
person.
how you stand that ground, because, that could make or break how you will be able to work things out in this situation. This card being between this and this kind of indicates to me that your higher ground here, is dependent on how you can work things out in this situation. And it's going to be tough.
Does one of the bad actors possibly have an advantage or an unknown factor? I sort of feel with the apple there is giving me this idea that there's something that they have that's either a piece of knowledge,
or maybe they think they know it all.
Or maybe they do, but I'm just wondering if they think they have an advantage and it's something that you don't know. So knowing that might be helpful, but I'm just sort of getting that as an intuitive flux there.
Yeah. And you're welcome, Flower Beauty. I'm sorry I didn't say that
Yes.
earlier. You're very welcome.
Hope we see you again.
Well, Violet, I don't know what else I can add to this. I think you've got your work cut out for you. I hope it goes well. It's really a shame. But hey, I've been part of organizations that, have had infighting, and it's never pleasant.
Brother.
So, you may have to decide what you want to do going forward, because I have a feeling this is going to take a while for this to iron itself out.
Interesting. Okay, so that did have a resonance for you as well then, is what you're saying. Very, very interesting. But now it's time to go.
Finally! An hour late! Hey, it's my birthday time, 457.
457. And I'm going to briefly remind everybody that they should just come back and watch us at the Witching Hour.
Yes, if you're in a different time zone from us, we may match with you. We're coming here at 3 a.m. specifically for those night owls and those people in other time zones who may not always get to catch us. We're only going to do this 4 times a year because we need our sleep. But, we want to try to, be there for others in their time zones as well.
We know that we get a large 10-15% of our viewing audience comes from another pretty different time zone. So why not?
If you can join us, join us. We're only reading for an hour, though, so we're going to keep on point and just get through the readings and then go back to sleep. All right, everybody.
You guys are all welcome. Thank you so much for being our friends and family.
Thank you, Angel. I think it's an interesting idea if we can pull it off.
Thanks, Ren.
He may have to, drag me kicking and screaming out of my bed.
Oh, I think it's more likely you because you say I sleep like the dead lately.
I might be up. Because I didn't fall asleep. All right.
Well, if
anyway,
you can get
guys,
me up, that's more than half
thanks,
the battle.
Ren. Appreciate that. Thank you all for a great afternoon. We appreciate you, and we hope to see you all again soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.